A man put you in a family way, denied the pregnancy, abandoned you for 3 years, left you, traveled abroad, got married over there, and came back to Nigeria without help. He has never contacted you before. Then all of a sudden he came down to Nigeria and demanded to see that child. You did not only accompany that child to see the father, you went and dropped that child with a total strange woman, the wife. You went and dropped your child because the man pleaded with you to please allow the child to stay with them for 1 week. This is a man who denied the pregnancy in the first place. He was never there for you. You carried the pregnancy alone. You nurtured the baby until the baby gets to 3 years. Before the man now came back, now demanded to stay with that child for at least 1 week. And this man has married another woman. He is now beginning to start another, he has started another family. He now asks you to give him that child, allow that child to stay with him for 1 week. You obliged it. Now, immediately they carry this child. The next thing you're hearing is that the child has been drowned, that they drowned the child, the blah 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 story that touches the heart. Somebody that does not want this child. He has not been supporting you in any way. From nowhere he appeared. Already he has moved on with another woman. Oh, and the woman is already having her own kids. Then, why is it that some of you women don't even think? Why? Why one of the two they carried away? Why? A man does not want a child. He left this child all this while. He has moved on. Then you allow your child to be with a total stranger, a total strange woman. That woman is a strange woman to you because you don't know the woman does not know you. And you and I knows that women don't love other women's children. You allow this your child to go and be with a total stranger, a 3-year-old boy. Now the next thing you're hearing is that your child has been drawn. He drowned inside the well. He fall inside the well. A 3-year-old child. How did he manage to enter that well? You didn't think. What is wrong with some of you? After suffering to take care of a child single-handedly, you still use your hand, handed your child over to the person that buy that child. Because as far as I'm concerned, that's your man and the wife knows what happened to that child. They knows exactly what happened to that child. Women don't love other people's children. They don't love other women love children, yes, but they don't love other women's children. The earlier you know this thing, the better for you. That is why you see in some families, you always hear women maltreating housemaids, women doing this, women doing that. It's because they don't have love for other people's children. That's why a woman will have the mind to boil hot water and pour it on another person's child. That's why you see all levels of maltreatment. You begin to wonder, how come this woman is doing this? And sometimes people will now be blaming the man. Is the man not around? Why is the man allowing this and that, this and that? Because women naturally, they don't love other people's children. Why did you allow your child to go and be with a woman that is already having her own children? Listen, let me tell you, something happened. There's this story I know very, very well about. A man married a woman as a second wife. Before he married that woman as a second wife, he already had a son. When this second wife came, this second wife gave birth to a son equally. Because the first child, the mom was not able to, she was having difficulty in childbearing. Then, because of that, this man now went and married another woman, the second wife. This second wife came and gave birth to a son. After giving birth to a son, she now started asking the husband, now that I've given birth to a son, who becomes the heir? Who becomes the first son? You met a son already. Because you gave birth to a son and you are now asking your husband, who is now going to be the first son of this family? The man, being a wise man, said, okay, so for this woman to have this kind of mindset, asking me who is going to be the first son, that means this boy, this first child, is in trouble. His life is in danger. From that moment, this man made sure that that woman took an oath not to harm that child in any way. And even after that, he still went ahead to marry another woman that will take care of that child, because the child's safety is that man's number one priority. You understand? So it's not all men that can be able to understand women. Women are very dangerous. That man might not have a hand in what happened to that child. But you see, the woman, the wife, she knows everything that happened to that child. No woman wants to see another child compete with her own child. They can never love your child. Just this story is so pathetic. Now you are left with no child because you were somehow stupid. What were you thinking? What were you thinking? To allow this child, a 3-year-old child, to go and be with his father that denied him even from pregnancy. All the while that he traveled abroad, he was not sending anything. There was no kind of care, commitment of any kind. This man came back, traced you, and started demanding that this child, you allow the child to stay for 1 week. You carry your child, your sweat, hand over to a man. Now the child is gone. You are now asking people, what will you do with your life? Some of us, maybe the reason sometimes before we take some kind of decision. Let us be reasoning. Let us not just do some kind of things because, let them call you stubborn. Yes, you are stubborn. You are stubborn. You are fighting for your rights, and you need to be stubborn about it. Highest thing the man will do is to complain. I don't want my child to go. It's too tender. Not to go and drop that child for 1 week. The guy did not stay 24 hours. The next news you heard is that the guy has fallen inside the well. He drowned himself. A 3-year-old boy drowning himself. It is a pity. Let's try and be wise. Whatever we are doing, let's be wise.